Nice groove. A lot of production on the vocals. This feels like a dance track. The vocals are interesting. Ooh. I like that. Oh, nice snare drum. Okay. Okay, that's a little much vocally for me. It's all good. I dig that. It sounds like the track's about to go somewhere else. So let's talk about this really quick. Okay, first and foremost, obviously I can see why a lot of people like this. It's upbeat. It feels like a house dance track, very club like. That's cool. Just a really quick, not a tangent Tony moment, but if you hear the rhythm that's at the beginning. Every time we talk about this rhythm, folks in the comments are like, oh, it's Jersey club. That's just, remember, the only reason I even bring it up is rhythms are just an ingredient. You need a lot of ingredients to make a genre. So this is a great example of where you get that rhythm in the kick drum line. However, this is very, very far from any Jersey club music. So that's the only reason I brought attention to it. I'm digging the synth tones though, especially, man, it is a beautiful sound right about here. Yeah. That's like, it's like this little rhythmic reset with how open and like big and expansive those synth tones are, because the kick drum is lined up with those, and it just kind of snaps you out of the groove that we were in and allows the voice to do what they're doing vocally on top. I don't know. I like that. Just one more time. I like that quite a bit as we move into the next set here. It feels good to listen to. Cleaner tone on her voice there. But hold on, I forgot to mention the sample on the snare drum. This is like a small little nerdy detail. I just really like what this sounds like. It works for me. And then we go to the drop, obviously. Cool phrasing vocally. So I'd say the first part of the chorus kind of grabbed me more. As soon as we get this element where the voice becomes a lot more, sorry, how do I say this without, it's just kind of annoying. I don't mean that like in a jerk way. I just mean like, it's so different than the quality of sound we had just a moment ago. It kind of like came out of nowhere. For me, that's just for me. I don't know. I can say it better. I think it just, we had these lines that were cool. The rhythms were fun, like almost like a little bit like just aggressive, like a little bluesy a little bit. And then suddenly it's such a juvenile sound. And it just kind of like slapped me in the ear of like, whoa, okay, that definitely didn't expect that. That's a better way to say that. Let's keep going. Oh, little variant on the groove. That's very cool. Track design is awesome. I like that. Okay, hold on. That was cool. That was a way different little element. Obligatory like rhythm groove. Everyone plays this beat, right? It's faint though. It's like super low and dynamic, and everything else. Hold on. This is 140. Let's just go back to like 135-ish. Yeah, the way the chord progression is moving with big round, kind of like ascending synth tones. That's very different than anything we had in the previous minute and a half. So that's pretty cool. I dig it. Still another little variation on this groove. That's cool. The level of production on the vocals makes sense here, especially as we go here. Oh, that's interesting. And of course, we go to a super light section. That's pretty fun because the low end, there's like two opposite spectrums. Well, the main voice was kind of somewhat aggressive in the middle, but then we have a pretty light voice on top of that, being kind of just more, not very intense compared to how big and bolsterous these low end synth tones are underneath. I like that kind of design. That's really interesting. That's 215. Let's go back to like 150-ish so we can kind of get this in context. I really like the properties of the synth tones there. That's fun for me. But now you take it somewhere else. It's just really a big and aggressive chord progression, but it sticks in pretty well though for what's going on musically. And then of course, to nothing. Soft keyboards underneath. Hold on, before we get to the drop, did you hear the difference in the vocal delivery as far as the rhythm goes? Okay, I think that's my favorite part of the track. That's 229. Hold on. Let me just grab this part again real quick. That is not, we need the context. We need the transition. Here it is. Here it comes. Oh, two. Yeah, man, the grouping rhythmically is great. That's a beautiful little variance. Let's go. It's full on club dance track, man. It works. That part for me though, it's too much. Ooh. I like that. That's interesting. Man, I love the dissonance on ba-da-dee-da-da-da. Then we resolve into just such a heavy hitting groove. That ending groove, that like last 10, 15 seconds feels like an auto track. As far as like the synth design and how it's kind of like, I don't know, monumental that sound is. That's pretty cool. So again, I can totally tell why a lot of folks like this track. That makes sense. Vocals, I'd say 3/4 of this I dig quite a bit. There's just that 1/4 of it that I was like, whoa, that's definitely not for me. It's just too much. But overall, pretty fun to listen to. I don't think I personally would, I probably would hit skip just because I don't want to hear that one part of the vocals. But I dig, if there was an instrumental with no vocals on it, I would probably check that out. That's pretty jamming. I like the track side. Anyway, that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Okay. I'll see you in the next one soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.